Hello, fellow gamers. Jim here, and it's been a little while. Maybe not for you if I've managed to keep to my video schedule, although I don't know how well I have kept my video upload schedule. But yeah, it's been a little while since I played Celeste. So I need to de-rust, and what better way to de-rust than with Strawberry Jam's intermediate lobby? And what we need to jump to is the abandoned quarry. So if we head over to the abandoned quarry, we're going to check out the next level, Square the Circle. Oh man, I'm so excited about this. I am like unreasonably excited about this. This is one of my favorite levels, I think, in the entire collab. Maybe not so much these days, because I've got a bit better at the game. And so this was like right at the limit of my ability when I first played Strawberry Jam, and I've got quite a bit better since. So anyway, we're about to jump into Square the Circle by Bryson, with code from Lalide, Skunkinator, Tobia, Vexitus, art from Bryson, Earthwise, Elsira, Pixelator, Power AV, Ren, Sandanth, Scroogle, the GB, Tilt the Stars, and Vexastray. Not to be confused with Vexitus at the top there. Music from Circles. Sticker from the GB. Decoration by Bryson, Hanky Mueller. Playtesting, Meta Forever, Moose Moose, Owen Sherrill, Sergeant Snivy, Tilt the Stars, World Waker 2, and the captain of the ship is Scroogle. Very exciting. Yes, lots of people involved on this map, and it really shows. Just look how vibrant this place is. And listen to that tune. So for those who can maybe recognize it, it is a remix. Would you call it a remix? It is a remix of the 7B theme from the original game. So happy days. Yeah, and this place is amazing. Look at it. So gorgeous. Right. Now, I feel like that in the background is like desktop artwork. I see a lot of people have that as their desktop background. Anyway, so what are we doing? Well, we are squaring the circle by jumping into this circle. Now this bubble, you can see, has an arrow on it. That arrow is just telling you the direction you want to go. It doesn't actually influence the bubble at all. So it's just a regular red bubble with a little different graphic. So you can see it's got the loading sign graphic there. But if we head over here this way, as it's telling us to, we start the map. Now, this one is telling us to jump into this, and we have these Kevins. Whoops. So we have these Kevins, which are basically just regular Kevins, except some of them don't return. So I think there's purple Kevins and blue Kevins, and I think the purple Kevins don't return. And they look pretty cool, right? Now, smush. Yeah. So, there's a little secret here. So if we come back, whoopsie, sorry. So if we come back, activate this, come back here. Right. Okay, so now we are here. We're behind where we should go. And if we activate this, we stay here. We can wall bounce up, and we can get ourselves berry number 1 of 5. Guys, we've got 5 berries. I'm really excited. It feels like it's been an age since we've had a map with 5 berries. So that is the first of them. Very exciting. Right, so now we take this up. And what's really cool is this level is really well set up so that these Kevins push you about in the bubbles. It does have a bit of an interesting interplay with some fast bubbling later. So I get to moan about fast bubbling again. Feels like it's been a while. So that's cool. So this screen, we need to navigate our way around this guy, and then back up here to grab the switch that he was hiding, drop down here, dashed over here to safety. Happy days. Yeah, that was the switch block, that one right there, that was being blocked by those switches. And then you need to make sure you do activate this pink Kevin. So you can see the pink Kevin is staying there. Purple Kevin is staying where he's got sent to. So the blue Kevins do return to their original spot. And you need to get him there so that you can use him to jump up to the next screen. Hooray! All right, so what you just need to kind of get into the flow of this level. Whoopsie. So yeah, so these arrows just tell you which way you want to go. So they're just a little hint, really, which is very helpful, to be honest. And maybe that's why I enjoyed the map so much when I first played it. Yeah, love it. Right, so this is telling us to wall bounce. Very good. Now here, want to wall bounce again, we can activate this touch switch. However, before we go back down, look at this. We can come up to a secret screen. Very good. And indeed, you can see berry number 2 over there. So what you want to do here, send this Kevin down, use the momentum from the Kevin, do a massive wall bounce using these bubbles. Then we need to activate that Kevin to come down here. That lets us jump on his back, get our dash back. We can go this way, use this orange bubble, and grab ourselves berry number 2. You'll have to see it. 30th berry in the advanced lobby. Sorry, not advanced, intermediate. All right, so we need to go and activate that touch switch again. Cool, so then we just want to make our way carefully down here. And come this way instead. Now, this is testing whether you went to the gym or not. Because, if you recall, you can wall bounce directly out of a bubble. So, yeah, making good use out of that mechanic there. Right, this Kevin shoves us over here in this bubble, and we launch our way over to the end of the screen. Fantastic. Cool. Right. So this way we come. Yeah, I didn't think I had quite enough juice there. Yes, so we use that to wall bounce our way over here. Whoops. So, thankfully, we've got a little checkpoint halfway through this screen. So, that's nice. Okay, so... ooh, I almost missed that. Yeah, so we want to use the bubble there to get launched up to this secret room on your way through. This brings us to another secret screen with... shockingly enough, a berry. Fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to go up here. So these arrows don't just tell you about the bubble direction, they also tell you if you randomly need to dash. So that was a bit quick, but you can see the arrows up there, sort of, that are loose, that aren't in a bubble, and they're suggesting that you need to dash then. So, yeah, very handy level this, with lots of, like, helpful directions. Okay, so this wants us to super, this wants us to hyper, this wants us to super, this also wants us to super. Happy days. Make sure you go to the gym, people. There might be tech that you think you know, but you don't. Okay, so now, this friend can shove us through these one-ways. So that's another, this is another kind of key mechanic for this map, is Kevin's pushing you through one-ways. Just like that as well. Okay, so this guy, if we manage to get over here in time, we can get back on top of him, and then bubble super off the back of him like that. Easy peasy. Cool. Now, this is a fun screen. So, first, yes, you can see that. The spiked wall doesn't kill you if you're in a bubble being pushed by a Kevin, which I don't know. It's a really weird, like, yeah, I don't know. Is that a vanilla thing? Have they had to, like, change up the coding for the mod? Not sure. Oh, cool. You can see Madeline's reflection in these windows. Look at that. Just in the window. That's really nice. Right. Now, before we carry on, let's move this guy out of the way, because if you come this way, you can use this bubble to access a secret screen with another berry. Now, this screen's interesting because what it's teaching you is something about dash attack / bubble attack, which is a whole can of worms, but basically, if you jump into this bubble and don't hold grab, you activate the Kevin. But it's right at the very end of the dash. So if you do hold grab, as this birdie is telling us, grab is my numpad 3, if you do hold grab, you will instead grab onto the edge. So that is a really interesting little mechanic, and it's called dash attack. It's tied into a concept called dash attack, which is quite interesting. Right, so we can use that again to get onto this Kevin, climb up here, don't jump because you don't want to activate this too early, dash off the back of him, use this bubble to go up here, then do you know what? Hang on. Hang on. No, no. No, I'm going mad. I thought something. Now, I'll show you what I thought. Whoopsie. Yeah, make sure you don't, excuse me? What? God, does that work? How? That's amazing. I did not know about that at all. I wonder if there's any sort of in-game uses for that. Right, anyway, let's continue navigating this. So, up there, use this. Now, we can get ourselves here. What you need to do, this is really annoying. You need to dash to set him off, and then you need to be really careful, because you can only do it from the very bottom, and then you need to jump over like that. And it's... I forgot you need to use the momentum there. Yeah, so it's a really tricky... So, it's really tricky, this little maneuver, because you've got to dash into the Kevin, which sends you flying up. But if you hold right, you hit that electricity. But if you hold left, you don't make it in time. So yeah, I've struggled with this a few times. Like I say, I've replayed this map recently to make sure I know where its berries are and stuff. And every time I really struggled with this. Yeah, I don't know really what. No, that's how we get back. Okay, I don't know if there is something I'm just doing wrong here. That's what I'm doing wrong. You don't need to jump off of it. Okay, good. Okay, now we activate this side of this game. Honestly, I cannot tell you how much how much pain that caused me. Okay, cool. Right, and then we carefully make our way round to the, I don't know, what do you call it? Berry! And in fact, that is the 4th berry of the map. Right, we can come back here safely. Move the Kevin back, but we do actually need him to push us through here again. So let's use him there. Really cool interplay with the red bubble pushing against the Kevin. You constantly activating him, which I kind of never really thought that's how that would work. But anyway, right, we can activate the Kevin this way, and then we can use that bubble to get a wave dash. Now, we come down here. Just need to do all this in one go. Oh, yeah. Fun screen, that. Yeah, be careful of that super right at the end there. You can actually do it too early. So if you do it just as you hit the Kevin, you won't be able to make it over this bit of electricity. So you need to be brave. You need to delay it just a little bit. Right. Now, this is a fun screen. So it's all about managing this long block in the middle of the screen there. Woof. Okay. I got a bit further than I thought I would, to be honest. So we need to keep it down here for now. And then... Ooh, I nearly had it. I forgot to hit jump. Yeah, so you need to super off of this block. Well, that's disappointing. Now, the funny thing here is... Whoopsie. Let's try this again. Okay, right. Let me focus. Okay, we made it. Now, the fun thing here is that this is suggesting that you need to wave dash off of this. You don't. You just can land here. You don't need to move. You don't even need to move this Kevin. It's like you can just do this. Anyway. No, you can't. I'm lying. You need to get that Kevin out of the way. I was punished. Yes, that Kevin blocks the route of the middle block. So I was found out there. Yeah, so we do need to move the Kevin. Yeah, I don't know if this is the hardest screen in this map. It is tricky. Okay, so let's do that. Ooh-wee. Woo! Did you catch all of that? Yeah, that was tough. Okay, now, Whew. What's this arrow telling us? It's telling us to dash down. Great success. Ooh, and we have ourselves a winged berry, which of course means that if you dash, it flies off. So what we need to do is navigate our way through this screen without dashing. But you can fast bubble dash, if you like, out of these bubbles, and that doesn't count. So that's nice. Whoopsie. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, so did you notice that bubble there? I'm pointing at my screen, which isn't going to help the video. That bubble there changed its arrow direction. So if I do this again, you can see that the arrow starts off. The arrow is starting off pointing to the left. But then it changes to an up arrow once it gets used. So that's giving you a little hint that it will need to be used again for a different purpose. And in fact, the purpose there is it will bounce. Sag. Right. Let's string this together properly, shall we? Wait a minute. Oh no, I dashed. Come on! What do you mean? Yay. And remember, you can dash right at the... if it's the oh god. If it's the last thing you do, it is safe to dash to collect a winged berry, because it doesn't run away instantly. Cool, right, now we're on to some proper tricky stuff here. So we are using the... We're using the momentum of these Kevins to fire us further afield, which is great. Look at these vending machines. You love to see it. Whoopsie. Thankfully, there's a checkpoint right here. Okay. All right. Yeah, it can be quite quick. This map, you've got to have quite quick reactions. Helps if you actually know how to play the game. Whoosh! We did it. I wonder if these flags are LGBTQ flags. Imagine they are. They're kind of neon versions of them. Right, so let us continue on. So we super down there. We jump into this bubble. Dash down here. Hold right. Hold up right. Dash into the side of him. Dash down. Use the momentum. Let's go backwards through this block. And on to victory. Great success. Yeah, there was quite a lot going on that screen. Basically, follow the arrows. Just like this. Bottom left, top right, down, up, dash, right, and victory. So you see, the arrows are very helpful. And this one is telling us to go up, and up we shall go. So this is cool. So dash into him, set him off, use this bubble, dash down that way. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay. Cool. Come on. All right, I am messing around on the screen. Right, focus time. Uh-oh. Ooh, I think we made it. We made it. Yeah, that last bubble, you need to do a wave dash out of it, which is easy to overlook. Cool. Is this final? Uh-oh. What? Okay, well, I guess careful where you explore. Don't think that makes it. I'll see you back there. Okay, right, we made it again. Whew, that took a few tries. Okay, so this is floor. This is death and retry the room, so don't do that. But everybody, that is the end of the map. Hooray! And you have this cool ending screen. But wait! Is this really the end of the map? Of course it's not! Yeah, you think a map this cool wouldn't have some funky ass secrets? Now, normally you just collect the heart using that bubble and you bash into this Kevin. However, if you don't do that, try that again, shall we? Yeah, this is as a cool end screen secret. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, so you need to activate that block, jump, and then get into the bubble, which the block being activated pushes it ever so slightly to the right. So if you just try and get up here using the bubble, you won't make it. You see, I only just made it there. And we get to this cool little bonus area where we have some friend Kevins. Okay, that's cute. Was that the lot? Is that everything? Well, it actually isn't, because we can see a bubble here with an up arrow. Let's see what it's saying. Ooh, death. But did you spot it? Did you spot it? I know you spotted it. Look at that. So, we want to be going up there, do we? The way you get there, set him off again, and then again, he pushes you over. It's a pixel perfect passageway. And this brings us to this screen. We go in here, we go upright, we get an absolute chorus of Kevin cacophony. Cavalcade. Oh, crack. And oh, this is our reward for exploring. You love to see it. Very good. Fun secret. Whee! But we can just come back this way. Here's the heart. Okay, that actually wasn't how I was trying to end the level, but never mind. Yay! So that was Square the Circle by Bryson and these guys. Wow, what a fun level. Yeah, what can I say? So, gameplay-wise, yeah, so bubbles and Kevins, hence circles and squares. So that's really cute. And I think it literally just occurred to me that the square is Kevin. Yeah, so bubbles and Kevin gameplay. Was it all vanilla? I think it might have been, you know. The maybe totally non-vanilla item in there was the purple Kevins that don't return. I'm not sure if they're in the base game, but either way, like, what a fantastic play on just bubbles and Kevins. Really good of the map, I think, to put in the arrow directions. I think if it hadn't, I wonder if that would have shoved it up to advanced, you know, because it's really helpful to know what you're doing. Obviously, once you learn the map, but the first time you play through that, those arrows are very helpful. So yeah, brilliant. And then the theme, the lovely pop theme with neon lighting, the light blue, I mean, you can see it kind of just about on screen at the moment, and the music. I love 7B music. I think it's some of the best music in the game. It's very simple, but it's just so good. And then this remix of it was just mwah, chef's kiss. Fantastic. And then what are we saying? Berries. 5 berries, guys. 5 whole berries. Yeah, I feel like it's been ages since we've had a 5 berry level. Maybe we'll see it at the journal. And they were really difficult. Some of them were really difficult to find. Some of them were really difficult to get. Some of them were really difficult to find and to get. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then secrets. So I don't know if it was the only secret in the map, but obviously the big ending secret. So you can go past the heart. You got to use the Kevin and the bubble together. You get access to the area to the far right, and then you can go even further up, and you get access to the OO. It was yeah, it was really nice, fun secret. I don't know if there are any more. Feel free to enlighten me. And then finally, yeah, fun and difficulty. So, I mean, I don't know if I enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it when I first played it. Still think it's fantastic though. Really, really good level. Super fun. It makes you feel like if you're, if intermediate is your level, which it was when I got here, like the first time I played the game, I think that's where I was. Maybe I was a bit more advanced, but like, you know, I beat the main game. I think I may have even goldened farewell. But like, you know, I think this map makes you feel better than you are. Like, because you're following the directions and it just flows really nicely. That said, it is hard. You know, it's our first red level in the intermediate lobby. And yeah, it deserves its red for sure. So, but great fun. Definitely on the tricky side. Absolutely could recommend to a friend. So, thanks very much, everybody. And let's go find ourselves a journal. I think there's one up here. Alright, let's check out our sticker. Ooh, bottom left. Lovely neon city in the background there. Yeah, nice, nice. I think... Yeah, I swear that sunset, that neon sunset, I recognise from screensavers and stuff. And then we have to go to the final page. Very good. Square the circle. We got 5 out of 5 berries with 48 deaths in 22 minutes. 22.5 minutes in the map. Where was our last 5 berry? Infiltration and Sea of Soup with 5 deaths. Yeah, so not many maps have had 5 berries. But this one did, and I am very grateful. As ever, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.